In this week's video, we're going to see if we can use paper mache to fix the gaping hole in my strut tower. Last week, we put in some effort and we cut out that shitty old cutout that was in there. This week, we're going to see if we can use this to make a new piece to put in there. Let's get into it. A bit of the paper, mate. Near identical. This is our new strut tower. Alrighty, so here is the game plan. We're gonna take some paper mache, we're gonna mold it around the new strut tower. Then, once that's dry, we're going to remove it from the new strut tower, put it on the strut tower in the car, mark around where we need to cut out that hole, put that fake strut tower or mold back onto the new strut tower, and then in theory, we should have a perfect outline of where we need to cut the new strut tower to take that piece, make the other strut tower fucking good. Yeah, that's the go. That's what we're gonna try and do. Now all we need is water, flour, and I'm thinking some Glad wrap. We're gonna be making some arts and crafts, boys. Hell yeah. All right, how are we looking? Not really holding the shape that well. Oh. Oh. Maybe that'll do. Let's go see. Come on. Fit well for me. I mean, sure, that'll do. Alrighty, now that we have a somewhat useful mold, maybe, this is definitely gonna be my last attempt at this. Fucking pain in the ass and it takes too long. Yeah, we're gonna put it on there, mark out the inside and see if we can't cut her out to just get on with it already. Push on that bottom part there and then hold that. Perfect. Ish. Now we get to cut it out. All right. We now have two cut pieces, one that when it goes over this should line up, which it does. It is a bit larger than our hole, but also kind of what we want. Alrighty, now that we have a mold that is pretty much perfect, it's time to take that, chuck it back on the old strut tower, wrap this down with some tape so the marker shows up on it better, mark it all down, and then jump in and start cutting it up. Hell yeah. Alright, well it's taken a very long time, but we now have a piece that fits pretty much perfectly. There, that's it in place. A couple of points where it could use a little bit of a grind back, but the issue is the more I grind those tiny points, the more the gap on the other areas grow, and we don't want that to happen, so I think we've just got to get the TIG welder out and weld our panel in. There goes nothing, boys. Alrighty, so what has felt like forever, by forever I mean 4 days after work, tinkering, welding, grinding, tinkering, welding, and grinding, I've ended up with a finish that I think is almost done. Probably going to spend another afternoon tinkering with this, but as you can see, you can't see a weld mark. So, we're pretty much fucking set, boys. Like, it's actually turned out not half bad. It's definitely not perfect. There are some areas where I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind like re-going over that, and it's probably what I mean by not 100% done. It is by all means done. It is welded in. The weld is all the way around. It's definitely a lot better than I thought it was going to be during the beginning of the welding process. Now it's all good. It's all strong, and the inside looks like this at the moment. Obviously not painted over just yet, but like a solid bit of weld the whole way around. I'm not quite done up there. I ran out of argon like halfway through finishing up the inside there, so I've still got to go back over that a couple more times. But once I do that, the entire thing will be done, ready to chuck some paint over. So the answer to the question and or the title of this video, can we use paper mache to fix my strut tower, or whatever the title ended up being, as clickbaity as it was, the answer was yes, you can. Do I recommend you use plaster of Paris? Like, no, don't do that. That would be stupid. I also don't recommend you cut into your strut tower. Yep, that's it for this week's video, guys. I will catch you all next week, where we're cutting into my other R32. Gotcha. Bye.